What's up, everybody? My name is Vince. Welcome to the channel. And if you've never been here before, you probably don't know that I am somewhat of a knife aficionado. That's a knife. Yes, I love pocket knives, but I'm more of a ultra utilitarian type person. Knives that serve a purpose. You know, I'm not one for safe queens, and that means that if I'm going to carry a knife, it's got to do its job, and it's got to do its job well. There are certain things that I look for in a knife if it's going to be sitting in my pocket or in my tool belt, and I, in this video, am going to share all the criteria with you right after this message from our sponsor, VCG Construction. Want to help out with the channel? Then head over to the merch store. You get hats, hoodies, t-shirts. Link is in the description below. Today's video, we have this package. It was sent over from Dewalt. They have a new line of utility knives, or they have 4 new utility knives. I am someone that loves knives and carries them daily. Always have a knife on me at all times because you never know when you're going to have a letter to open. Now, here's the deal. Before you run out and buy these knives, especially one of these knives, you're going to want to make sure that all of them are legal in your municipality. Now, Dewalt's new tagline for these knives: meet your new lineup of folding knives. There are 2 styles of knives. We're going to start out with the one that I pull out of the box first. I don't know which one it's going to be. I like, number 1, the deep pocket clip. This knife will be fully concealed. So if you did have to have a conversation, you know, what's that, sir? It's none of your business. Number 2, I do like the push button deployment. We don't have like a thumb hole, like a Spyderco or anything to open up our knives rapidly, but I do like rapid deployment. And I like to be able to just give a flick of the wrist for open and closing. To do that, all we have to do is push down this push button, and it creates a release. You can see it's very positive retention when we're not pushing that button down. The way the pocket clip is, this button is pressing against your body. Okay, so in certain instances where maybe your pockets are full or you're sitting down, maybe that button could become depressed and that knife could potentially slide open somewhat, and as you're deploying it out of your pocket, it could be semi-open, could get snagged in your pants. Mixed signals on this a little bit with the deep pocket clip and the button on the inside towards your body. It has a quick release function for our blades. Okay, so we should be able to easily change out that blade or flip it around. There we go. And I'm sure over time, it will be easier to swap these in and out. There's no real numbering on the blade itself. Just looks like a standard run-of-the-mill utility knife blade. We could do some test cuts and see how sharp they actually are. I mean, it is a utility knife blade. It's really sharp. I mean, it's going to shave. What I'm more concerned with is retention of the blade itself in the body. And that seemed fine. We should be able to and we could really whittle this down to make a nice fine point on this pencil for more precise work while still maintaining the strength of that point using this knife. And we're beautiful. I mean, feels good in the hand. I like the finger choil under here. I do like the jimping at the top of the knife, and it rides all along to the top of the handle here. This is plastic jimping, but the finger choil under here is great because it's going to have a positive place for your finger to rest, so you're not slipping off and potentially getting cut by the utility knife itself. There doesn't seem to be any additional blade storage on the body here. Inside the body, at the hinge point, you'll see what appear to be bronze bushings. Generally, you'll get something like a silicone bushing, which are very slippery but could degrade over time. These bronze bushings are generally an upgrade at a little bit more cost, but will last a lifetime. Overall, I like it. I honestly don't have a price point on it, so I mean, if you told me this was a $100 knife, I would not like it. Let's move on to the second knife within this box. This also seems to be a quick deployment. Same blade in this knife, so we're not going to go over that too much. Same mechanism to hold the blade in place. We have same push button style, same deep pocket clip. This would be used to cut things like ropes and straps with your knife closed. So you don't need to actually deploy your knife. Me personally, I never use this feature. I always feel like it holds me from cutting more quickly. I always deploy my knife. You should let me know down in the comment section, do you like this style of knife with this rope cutter? The other party trick that it has here is additional blade concealment. So it looks as though you need to deploy your knife and then pull out your blade storage. You can see they've included bronze bushings at the pivot point. Between the two knives here, this would be light and tight, right? Because there's no additional blade storage. I almost like the fact that it is thinner. It feels very nice in my hand. For utility purposes and not having to run to the toolbox, to the truck, to a place where I'm holding additional blades, I like the idea of being able to open up this storage, grab a blade, and make a quick change. So, of the two, I prefer this over this. Now, very similar to what I would potentially carry on the daily, we have Dewalt's pocket knives. This actually has some of the features that you'd find in my EDC or my daily carry. Now that I look at these, and at first I had to look at this knife to make that happen, I might be eating a little crow here. Okay, you can see the belt clip here, little posts, and then there's holes in the body of the knife. You'd slip those posts into the holes. You slip the post into the holes, and then it sits down into the body of the knife. Okay, then we'll set our screw. So the belt clip is reversible. The problem is that it's not reversible to the other side. So we're still not able to get that button away from our body. They are deep pocket carry. I do like the thumb screws here on the blade to help with deployment. A little swage here at the top, I like it. There's jimping at the top where it meets the body. Okay, we have a finger choil underneath. We have a liner lock to hold the blade in place. Liner locks are notoriously strong locking mechanisms for utility knives. I'd like a little bit more grip. I would probably, most likely, use the flipper in lieu of using the thumb stud. This is a Tanto blade. So we have serrated, and then we have the plain. If you are planning on sharpening this knife, Tanto blades are a little bit tougher. I think that this would be a great pocket knife if your intent is to use it until it has no life left to it and then dispose of it. At the edge of the Tanto, we're getting pretty good. Let's see how it cuts like rope. In keeping with the theme of the video, everything's yellow here. Combination blade, I mean, pretty good. This is just nylon rope, but feels good through the material. Let's just see if we were going to use the plain edge. Not to say that you would. I mean, that's the whole allure of having a combination blade, being able to cut multiple materials effectively. But even through the plain edge of the knife, feels good. So it's not a scalpel, but it might make for a pretty nice pocket knife. I mean, especially for those of you that are on a budget. Folding knives are not notoriously the best thing to be batoning with because we have this lockup point that could fail. But liner locks are notoriously, they're pretty strong. Not as strong as maybe a back lock, okay? But number one, they're faster to deploy, they're faster to conceal. I like them way more than a back lock knife. I feel like you could probably get a lot of tasks done with this knife. I mean, it feels pretty doggone good. It deploys nice. Once again, they've gone to the expense of adding bronze bushings there at the pivot point. I like the jimping. The combination blade's great. Tanto is one of my favorite styles. I like the deep pocket clip. I don't like the fact that it's not four-way reversible. I do like tip up, so I will be reversing this. It will come out, have it in my hand, boom, you're ready for deployment, go to work. And finally, we have their plain edge flipper pocket knife. I like this as well. It's a nice looking blade. I like the swage at the top. Wait, I almost cut myself. Once again, finger choil. We have the option of thumb stud or flipper for deployment. We have a liner lock. We have that reversible belt clip for deep concealment. I wish there was a little bit more, and it is choiled, but I wish there was a little bit more to maybe get my hands on there for concealment. I feel like these rapidly deploy. I feel like they don't rapidly conceal as well. What is normally a one-handed operation for me, I feel like you might be better served by putting two hands on your knife, pushing on your liner, and then grabbing your blade and concealing your knife. Overall, I think these are nice. I don't know the price point on any of them. With that being said, depending on the price and their port of origin, maybe there would be a better option for a pocket knife at this price point. I don't know. I'd have to do the research. If that's something that you'd want to see, then let me know down in the comments section. I really love knives. That's why I really enjoyed doing this video. And if you enjoyed this video, then smash the like button. It's free for you to do. It doesn't cost you a dime. Plus, you'll get 7 years of good luck. Let me know down below in the comment section. What is your everyday carry? Do you carry a pocket knife? Or do you carry something with a little more oomph? We want to know. Leave it all below. With that, I want to say I appreciate each and every one for being here. Thanks a lot, everybody. I hope to see you all on the next one. Now I got a pocket knife for every pocket. All right.